Welcome to Budget Beauty, where I help you look flawless for less. Welcome back, and a very special welcome if you're new here. My name is Jen and this is Budget Beauty. We do everything beauty on a budget, and that includes testing new drugstore releases. And today we are going to play with the brand new Game Up collection that was recently released from Elf Cosmetics. As soon as this popped up on my feed on Trend Mood 1 on Instagram, I shared it in my new makeup releases. I knew I wanted to pick up the majority of the collection, including the eyeshadow palette, some liners, lip products, and the new setting spray. So if you're excited for a tutorial, first impression review of the new Elf Game Up collection, give this video a big thumbs up. Make sure you're subscribed and your bell notification is turned on because I upload lots and lots of new videos every single week. Make sure you're checking out the description box down below for all of the Game Up products, as well as all of the other makeup that I am wearing on my face in today's video, my favorite beauty subscription boxes, and last but not least, come on over, follow me on TikTok for more beauty on a budget. So let's jump into the brand new Elf Game Up collection. So I have you all zoomed in. The first thing I'm going to do, as always, is apply my MAC Paint Pot in Painterly. This is the base that I always apply under my eyeshadow. It just prevents it from creasing throughout the day. I get asked a lot if I set my eye base, and I do not. I just apply the shadow directly over the base unset. So we're going to play around with the new One Up palette from Elf. This is so absolutely beautiful. I will go ahead and insert some close-ups here of the palette as well as some swatches. It's swatched beautifully, especially the blue shimmer shade is absolutely stunning. I was pretty impressed with how this swatched and also how the shadows felt. They were very soft and buttery when I put my finger in them to swatch. So I'm hoping that these apply just as beautifully as they swatched and as buttery as they are in the pan. So obviously this is a colorful palette. This is definitely right up my alley. There are 5 shimmers and 5 mattes. I love how this is laid out. We have shimmers on the top row, mattes on the bottom. They all color coordinate and go beautifully together. So you could really pick any of the shadows in this palette. But what I want to do is go for a more summery, vibrant, colorful look. So the first shade that I'm going to start with is this deepest blue shade here. There are no shade names that I can see, so I'm going to start with the deep blue, and I'm going to apply that as the deepest shade in my outer corner. So there is a little bit of kick up in the pan, which generally just means that the shades are really pigmented. This is looking really, really nice. Now it definitely has pigmentation. That is one swipe into the palette. I definitely need to pick up a little bit more to get the depth that I want. And I'm again just focusing that out on the outer third of my eye. Whenever I create an eye look, I always use the deepest shade on the outer corner to add that depth and that dimension. So that's 2 swipes in. That looks really, really good. It is not patchy at all. I don't have any fallout on my face, which is great. I have already set my face, so even if there is fallout, I can easily just wipe that away. But that is really beautiful. Now I want to go in with this really pretty purple shade. It is a bit lighter than the blue, and I'm going to place that right next to the blue. The purple shade doesn't have as much kick up in the pan as the blue shade. Oh, that's really pretty. I always say on my channel, and if you watch a lot of makeup YouTube or you're kind of a makeup connoisseur, you know that purple shades are really hard to formulate. They usually are pretty patchy. There's some great brands that have been able to nail purples like Unearthly Cosmetics and Blend Bunny, and it looks like Elf nailed purple as well because this is not patchy at all, and this is a really beautiful color. It's applying really nicely, and it's also layering over the blue shade really nicely. I don't see any muddiness at all, and it is not patchy, which is pretty impressive for purple. Again, absolutely beautiful. Look at how nice those apply. On the inner portion, I want to go with this chartreuse shade. I love neon. I love a good neon shadow. I'm really curious to see how Elf's neons stack up to say the Blend Bunny neons that are incredible. Now, I do have some kick up in the pan of the neon shade, which again, just signifies that it's pigmented. And it is, oh wow, that is beautiful as well. Neons are also hard. Neons are hard to get pigmentation. This is beautiful. It's definitely pigmented and you can see it on the eye. I mean, it's layering really, really nicely. I'm going to blend it in with the purple. Oh yeah, that's beautiful. Beautiful. Wow. So far, I'm really impressed. All three of these shades blended beautifully. They're pigmented. Wow. So now I actually want to take this really light pink shade here. I'm going to apply that right above the colors and use it to blend and diffuse and soften. So again, I'm going to just kind of put that right above my crease. And you can see the pigmentation of that as well. And then I'm just going to use that to diffuse and blend out those colors, just so there's not a harsh line. It's also very pretty. I mean, it stands on its own. You can see the pink. It didn't blend away. It didn't make the rest of the shades muddy, which is pretty impressive because we have 4 very colorful mattes. So we have all of our mattes done. Now we need to pick the shimmers, and that's the hard part because all the shimmers in here are so pretty. I'm using this blue because when I swatched that, I literally gasped out loud. It's so beautiful. So I think we're going to start with the blue, and I'm going to place that on this side of my lid closest to the blue matte. I want to pick up the shimmer shade on a brush where normally I use my finger. I just want to put these to the test to see how they apply with a brush, when generally you get a little bit more payoff with your finger. Holy moly, look at that. That is as beautiful on the eye as it was swatched. Oh my, that is so beautiful. Look at that. Wow. I am impressed. That is stunning. Now I'm going to go into the purple shimmer because I want to test it out, and I'm going to apply that right next to the blue shimmer. Right next to it. I mean, not even to my inner corner, just kind of blending that into the blue. That is also incredibly beautiful. It is the perfect kind of grape colored shimmer. And look at how nicely that blends with the blue. I mean, it blended perfectly. And last but not least, this chartreuse shimmer. You already knew that was coming. I'm going to place that into my inner corner right next to the chartreuse matte. Also gorgeous. I'm blending that into that purple just a little bit. And then I'm also going to focus that as my inner corner highlight to really have the inner part of my eye have a lot of the pigmentation of the chartreuse shimmer. Shimmer is really pretty. I will say that it is a little bit chalky. I don't know if you can see that, but it is just the tiniest bit chalky in the pan. But I mean, it applied really, really pretty. It's just a little more chalky than some of the other shimmers. I do think it's absolutely beautiful though. Now we're gonna go ahead and do the lower lash line. For my lower lash line, I was initially thinking I would bring in the same colors, the blue, the purple, the green, but instead I'm going to use the orange and buff that onto my lower lash line just for a little bit, something out of the ordinary, using one of the mattes in the palette we haven't used yet. Ooh, that's a pretty orange. So I'm just gonna buff that into my lower lash line. And then I'm taking that blue shimmer and going to apply that on my lower lash line right next to the green shimmer, just on the inner corner of my lower lash line. I just wanna pull in a little bit of the blue just to tie the look together a little bit more. So here's the finished eyeshadow look. I love it. It's colorful, it's summer, it's beautiful, but we're not done because I picked up 2 of the cream gel liners from the new 1UP collection. So first I picked up FTW, which is a chartreuse colored liner. And then I also picked up Leg, which is a light blue liner. Now these are beautiful cream liners in a pot. The packaging is plastic, but it's still really pretty. They swatched beautifully. They were very, very creamy, very, very pigmented. I just have to decide what color I want in my waterline. And I'm actually thinking I want to go with the chartreuse color FTW. What does that mean? I mean, clearly I'm not a gamer, so I don't know what FTW stands for, but let me know down in the comments what it is. I just think that that will be really pretty in the waterline. So I'm going to apply that to a very flat, dense brush. Oh, wow. Can you see that? That is so pigmented. That is so beautiful. That is really beautiful. That is everything that I wanted from a gel liner. You could use this as eyeliner. My favorite way to use these is in the waterline. I find that they last all day versus regular liner. I am going to go ahead and apply some liner, mascara, lashes, and then I'll be back and we will try out the lip products from the 1UP collection and the setting spray. Okay, I have on lashes, liner. I am loving this look. It is so beautiful. These shades blended beautifully. They layered beautifully, they blended beautifully. The gel liner in the waterline is stunning. It's very, very pigmented. You could do some fun creative things with these. You could use them as you could use them up above for a more artistic look. I'm glad that I decided to pick up a couple of the different shades. Now we are ready to do our lips, and we have 2 of the e.l.f. lip products from the new 1UP collection. I decided to go ahead and pick up 2 of the lip glosses. I grabbed the orange one because I love a good orange lippy, and then I also grabbed the blue tinted one only because I thought it was unique and different. You can see that they are a very sheer formula with just a wash of color. On my hand on a swatch, they were a little bit on the sticky side. I have not applied these to my lips yet, so we'll see if they are a little bit sticky, which is definitely not something I love in a lip gloss, especially if my hair is sticking to my lips all day. That is something I am not a fan of, but we are going to try it out, see how sticky it is on the lips. I'm debating if I should do the orange or the blue. My eye look is pretty colorful, pretty dramatic, so I think we're going to try out the blue. You can see that the blue is definitely a little bit more sheer. The orange is a little bit more opaque with color. And like I said, because my eye look is so dramatic today, I'm going to just go ahead and I'm going to use the blue and see if we get any hint of blue or if it's more of a clear, shiny gloss. I do not have anything on my lips. I also do not have on any lip liner. It's minty. It smells really good. It feels incredible on the lips. It is not sticky at all. Zero stick. Yay, e.l.f. It feels very soft, hydrating. I really like it. So the blue is definitely, most definitely very sheer. It goes on with the slightest hint of blue, but as soon as you apply it and blend it out, it is very much more a sheer lip color. I know I said I wanted to use the blue because it is a little more sheer, at least by swatches, than the orange, but I feel like we should put the orange on my lips too to really test it out. So let me wipe away the blue. Okay, let's test the orange. So you can see it goes on with a little more color. It is also that same yummy peppermint smell. Same really nice formula, not sticky, very hydrating. Now, I don't see, okay, there's maybe the slightest, like you wouldn't know if you didn't put them both on back to back. There's a slight orange color. I would say that both of these are very sheer applied to the lips. You definitely don't need both because they look the same. This one, like I said, has the tiniest more color than this one, but honestly, you wouldn't know the difference. And again, I wouldn't purchase more than one because they pretty much all look the same, but the formula feels really, really nice. It feels really nice. There is a little bit of that minty feel, but definitely not strong at all. Actually, really like these. I'm going to get a lot of use out of these. And the last thing that I want to do is set my face with the new e.l.f. Game Up Shield Me Setting Mist. I'm hoping that it doesn't have an aggressive spray to it. I hate that about setting spray when you get just splashed in the face with the liquid. So let's test this out. Oh wow, that mist is super fine. There is a very slight scent. It's gone now. It dissipates really quickly. I would say kind of a makeup-y smell, if that makes sense. Not off-putting at all. Oh, it feels really nice on my skin. The mister on this, 1,000,000 out of 10. I mean, there was no clumpiness of water. There was no big splash of liquid on my face. Wow, I really, really like the mister on that. That looks really nice. It definitely, you can tell that it set my makeup into place. Ooh, I am excited about this. Super affordable, and I would say I use the MAC Fix Plus and the Urban Decay setting spray. This definitely rivals that. So this is today's finished look. I obviously have not done my hair yet, but this is the finished eye look using the brand new e.l.f. Cosmetics 1-Up collection. Let's go over some final thoughts, and I'll let you know whether or not I think this is a purchase or a pass. Before I jump into my final thoughts on the actual 1-Up collection, I bought everything off of the e.l.f. Cosmetics website. They were offering free shipping. They also sent me 3 free products with my order, and I got a discount on my order. So they sent me 3 free products. First are the Hydro Gel Under Eye Masks. This is a 3-pack of eye masks. This is one of the free gifts that they threw in with my order. They also gave me a full size of the e.l.f. Ride or Die Lip Balm. This is in the shade Tough Cookie. This is a beautiful shade, a shade I definitely will use. And then they sent me a small size of their e.l.f. Keep Your Balance toner. I love toner. I use toner every time I apply skincare. It's just a great base to help your skincare sink in. This is a perfect trial size. I'll be throwing this in my travel makeup for my upcoming trips. So now let's jump into the actual 1-Up collection. Starting with the palette. I think the palette is incredible. It is beautiful. The mattes are buttery. The shimmers, as you can see, are shimmery and stunning. I will pop the price here on the screen for all of the products. Super affordable as e.l.f. is. Highly recommend this. If you want a colorful, simple 10-pan palette that's really good quality, I mean, this would be great to take for travel as well. And it would just be a great addition to a colorful palette to your collection. I definitely think this is worth it. And as far as the 2 liners, I love these. I'm really excited for these. I will get a lot of use out of these. You can see how vibrant and pigmented that is in the waterline. I'll put here on the screen how it wore throughout the day. Sometimes with a pencil liner, it wears off within a matter of hours. We'll see if this cream gel liner stays on a little bit longer, but I really like these, and there are other colors in the collection as well. And then we have the lip glosses. I love it. I mean, it feels really, really nice on the skin. Like I said, I don't think it's necessary to buy all the shades because on the lips, there really isn't that much difference, but it's a really, really nice product. It would be great to keep in your purse or your desk drawer just to hydrate your lips, and the shine is really, really pretty. I love the peppermint smell. It just is a nice added touch. And lastly, we have the setting spray. I love the setting spray. I mean, it set my makeup. My face is not tacky at all. I feel like it mattified a little bit, but it also added a little bit of luminescence. You can see that I have a little glow. It's really good. I mean, really, really good. And for the price, definite yes. I'm going to go order a couple more of these because why spend $30 or $40 on MAC Fix Plus or Urban Decay when you can just buy the e.l.f. setting spray? And what I love the most about it, besides how great it worked, is the mister. The mister, amazing. So my final thoughts on the collection are, it's great. I'm glad I picked up all of the pieces of the collection that I did. If you're interested, I'll link everything down below for you. I don't think this collection has dropped in stores or at Ulta yet, but again, you can pick it up off the e.l.f. website. A lot of times they do have free shipping, discounts. They also will give you free products. I think the collection is very well done, very well curated. The quality is really good. It rivals mid-range brands for drugstore affordable prices. So again, everything will be linked down below from the new e.l.f. Game Up collection, all of the other makeup that I'm wearing today, my favorite beauty subscription boxes, and don't forget to come on over, follow me on TikTok for more beauty on a budget. Can't recommend the Game Up collection more.